What you see here is neither a motorcycle nor a scooter, nor is it a moped. BMW calls this an e-parkourer, which means it can take you from point A to point B with relative ease and fun. At 5 lakh rupees, this is neither affordable nor practical. But there is a defined market for these kind of products in the Western world. In India, not so much because it is still a very niche product. If you're looking for something practical and affordable, well, look away right now. But if you're someone who has deep pockets, likes electric two-wheeled machines and doesn't take life too seriously, well, in that case, the BMW CE02 might be of some interest to you. In this video, I'll tell you about 5 things that I like about this scooter and 4 things that I don't. Fun, quirky, and well, some of you might find the design to be truly obnoxious, right? But one thing's for sure, there's no other two-wheeler in the market that remotely looks like the CE02. I mean, it's so funny, it's almost comical, like the stretched wheelbase, the flat seat, these chunky tires that you see here, and these gold-colored USD fork right up front. All of this adds to the diminutive yet unmistakable presence of the CE02. So what are your thoughts on the design of the CE02? I know for a fact that I like the way the scooter looks.
Despite being minimalist in nature, the CE02 gets a decent set of features. Full LED lighting and a small 3.5-inch full-color TFT display which shows the battery and range along with 3 riding modes: Surf, Flow and Flash. Surf mode disables the regen fully, Flow keeps regen linear, while Flash mode offers maximum regen. For most purposes, the Flow mode works well. Other features include keyless start, Bluetooth connectivity, and a reversing feature along with a Type-C USB charger. Not that India requires it, but the CE02 gets heated grips too.
The design is not the only thing fun about the BMW CE02. I mean, the acceleration is fun, sprightly, zippy, and it does the 0 to 50 km per hour sprint in 3 seconds flat and has a top speed of 95 km per hour, which we tested actually. Well, if you're the one to look out for specifications, then it makes a peak power output of 11 kilowatts at 5500 RPM and peak torque output of 55 Newton meters at just 1000 RPM. With those kind of specifications, the CE02 will overtake almost 80% of the traffic on Indian roads. The way it rides, I absolutely love it. You can just blitz past traffic, particularly when you're at a signal. It's just amazing the way the motorcycle rides. You wouldn't believe how nimble the CE02 is. I mean, it is easily one of the most nimble two-wheelers that I've ever tested, right? So you just sit on the, e-parkourer and it just changes direction on a dime, right? I mean, you can just easily filter through traffic and it's almost as if the two-wheeler is listening to your thought rather than the input on the handlebar, right? So it's almost addictive the way the CE02 rides, and it makes you feel like you're a hooligan, or at least you want to ride like one, right? It's fun riding the CE02.
Now, the CE02 has a claimed range of 108 kilometers on full charge, but in the real world, you're likely to get around 70 to 75 kilometers. For the purpose that it's built for, the range is fine. The CE02 gets a 3.92 kWh battery which can be fully charged in a claimed 3.5 hours. Our testing showed that the battery charges quicker than that, with 3 hours taken for the CE02 be charged fully.
The CE02 is meant for pure unadulterated fun, but practicality and CE02 don't fit together in the same sentence because it is far, far away from being practical. I mean, look at the scooter. There's no storage space, so to say. If you want to carry your groceries or anything, well, you'll have to carry it in a backpack. And the worst part, well, if you want to charge your scooter, then there's no space for you to keep this heavy charger. So if you're going on a relatively longer ride, you will have to carry this in a backpack. And this is heavy.
The CE02 doesn't get ABS at the rear wheel, which means the rear wheel can lock up under hard braking. It is a glaring miss, especially for the price. While the 745mm seat is accessible for almost everyone, the seat itself is hard and flat, with little cushioning, and it's narrow too. Plus, the ride on the CE02 is quite stiff. The smallest undulations are felt rather distinctly on your spine, and larger ones unsettle the scooter.
At 4.5 lakh rupees for the base variant and 5 lakh rupees for this highline trim that you see here with added features, the BMW CE02 is expensive. There's no two ways about it. And at that price point, you can buy quite a few 350 to 500cc motorcycles which offer much more in terms of performance and practicality. But then the CE02 is a very niche product. It's not meant to be practical, it's meant to be fun, and it's meant to bring you joy and smiles on your ride. So the distance from my office to my home is about 4 kilometers, and I'm fortunate enough to have a dedicated space for charging EVs where I live. But the downside is that I'm relatively poor. I'm not very rich, because if I could, I would definitely get one for my garage, the BMW CE02. It is hilariously fun, it is sporty, it gives off that cool hipster vibes, and it can change directions on a dime. It is far from being practical. And you know what? That's what I like about the CE02. It is bold, it is unabashedly unassuming, and has zero pretense. So it is difficult to not like products like this.